What are they called? Squadron. I'm watching my squadron do breathing exercises.
We good?
Yes.
Yep.
Alright, hello everybody. For anybody who keeps track of the Facebook post, you know what tonight is. It is Final Fantasy Shadowbringers night!
Finally.
I am finally done with Persona, and I feel empty inside. So, we're gonna pick up with actually finally doing our best to get caught up through Final. Especially since I think it's Monday, they do the patch for 5.1, which is going to introduce more story content and the first 24-man raid with the crossover with Nier Automata.
Yes.
So, in the meantime, if you were here last week, which I know some of you were, we are actually going to be progressing with the level 78 MSQ.
Yep.
And we have Rayn in call, as I did mention in the post. Rayn and I are going to explore, and I do not see Rayn online, so...
I'm popping in now.
Invite! Okay. So, as I did point out to Rayn just a few minutes ago, the funniest part about this, he will never, if he parties with me, ever have to pay for a teleport again. Because I have over 1,700 Aetherite tickets.
Jesus. That's from your hunting, isn't it?
I was capped out. I was capped out on Centurion seals, so I needed to do something. Okay, so... Alright, so we're gonna jump right into this, hopefully not keep me up too late since I still have to work tomorrow. Thank God it'll be my Friday, so in the meantime, we get to pick up the quest, The Ladder, which is in Yulmore.
Back to Yulmore.
Still say, man, those fucking wings coming out of Authry.
He's a bumblebee.
I think you need some bigger wings, homie.
No, he has the bumblebee.
I will say, Yulmore's music reminds me of Dragon Quest.
Okay, I guess I can kind of understand that one. Alright, so Alphano. The ladder is situated to the north and west of Right. Let us make our way there, Strife. I feel so kind of like cheated on that. Like I was expecting some extra dialogue there, and now it's just like... I feel like you frickin' dialogue cock-blocked me, Alphano.
Yes, he did. He's such a tease.
Really?
Yep.
You just said that about Alphano.
Yep. He's an adult.
No, his sister is more of a tease than he is.
Yeah, I won't go into what image I've put in Strife's head in that regard.
No, she's the crack whip kind of girl.
You know, you're not far off from the image you put in my head.
That was a well-earned fuck you from Strife.
Yeah. Hey look, we discovered a new location.
Oh my god. Wait, you have a quest for me? What quest do you have for me, sir? Wait. Oh, okay. No, I don't.
Strive, dost thou see yonder pair of Talos? For a blessing, they were found to be in good repair. Master Chai prepareth to activate them as we speak. With our arcane knowledge, Ystola and I will serve as his assistants. At the appointed hour, we shall imbue the golems with aether. Others, meanwhile, attend to the ladder itself, which hath too long lain neglected. Extensive maintenance will be needed ere it can move again, as well as a myriad of materials with which to perform.
Fuck, here we go again.
If thou art willing, we would prevail upon thee to procure lumber. My thanks, Strife. Directly to the south wilt fight the Dried Dog, Menmont Yards. Pray see if thou canst persuade the folk there to part with some lumber for our cause.
Fetch quests. It's always the fetch quests.
Yeah.
They always do this to us.
Indeed. But, I mean, at least it's not too far.
No, but, like, what kind of task are they gonna make us do in the process?
This is true,
Everything.
but at the same time, it's not like we gotta go completely to the other side of the map.
I reiterate my earlier point.
We don't
And
know that
Sev's-
yet, so I can be
and
hopeful,
Sev's-
so fuck you.
Sev's chuckle kind of tells me something.
Well, you know they always make you go all over the place just so you can clear the map. That's just a norm for Final Fantasy.
It's the norm for RPGs.
Mm. Oh, you want to learn the map? Well, I'm gonna send you here and here and here.
And then we're still gonna make it to where you can't clear the map until you can fly, so.
Yeah.
Oh there, sinner! Haven't seen you around before. New to Gate Town, I take it? If you need lumber for a shack, you've come to the right place. We can do the building for you too, though that'll cost extra. You want lumber to restore the ladder? Why in the world would anyone want to do that? If you don't have the coin, least you could do is come up with a believable excuse. But look, I'm not one to turn folk away. I'll give you your lumber if you do me a favor in return. I just finished taking stock of our supply and was about to do another round for good measure. I want you to do the counting instead, and we'll see if your total matches mine. Now, some of the lumber is lying about the yard, but most of it is kept in the storehouse. For these, you can just ask Gifty for the total number. Here, I'll lend you some writing material so you can take notes.
Oh my god, we're taking notes again.
Yep.
No, I hate this.
It's math.
I don't want a math. I didn't ask to do lighthouse. 11 planks in the stack.
This is my thing. Math is my thing.
Taking stock for Urith, are you? Well, last I counted, we had 68 planks in the storehouse here. 9 of those were rotted, though, so we tossed them out. Another load's just arrived. 13 planks all told, but one's damaged. It's only good for kindling now. Right then, bring the good ones here and be sure to let Urith know. So, how many planks does that make now? You're writing down those numbers anyway. I'm sure you can work it out.
I love it.
Good.
I don't feel like mathing. I'm gonna let you do the mathing.
I don't want to do the mathing either. Why you gotta be so rude?
Is it up here? Is there any more up here?
Probably.
There it is. Ah, fuck my days.
$24. 24 and 11, that's 36. Then there was 68 minus 9,
Wait,
which
that would
is
be...
7, which is 59.
Wait, 11 plus 24.
20 is 35, sorry. 35, and then 59. That's 85, 94. And then we got 13 minus 1, which is 12, so that's 106. Thanks for your help, friend. Taking stock fare puts me to sleep, but it has to be done. As promised, I'll give you your lumber. What do you need it for anyway? You were serious about the ladder. I'll be damned. If that's the case, please let us help with the work. We're shipwrights with no ships to build, only shacks. While it's a living, we'll itch to do something greater. This fellow you say is in charge. You reckon he mind the likes of us barging in on his project? He'd welcome the help. Wonderful. I'll round up the lads and lasses. We'll head over to the ladder, along with all the lumber you need. Thank you, God. I don't want to math anymore. Renathos Altair.
What are you killing, stranger?
I'm just gonna wave at a random person.
Might as well.
Friends.
That does happen a lot.
Random wave turns into a random friend.
Or a random friend request in a stocking.
Yeah, that always works too. Or being creepy Uncle Sav.
I became friends with Strife on an accident. And then I stalked him on accident.
Thou art returned. Were thou able to procure the lumber? Well, to secure not only the material, but the eager cooperation of the shipwrights besides. Their expertise shall greatly avail our efforts. Master Kai's own efforts have not been without struggle, but he hath proven himself to be a determined soul. I doubt not but that the work shall be completed ere long, and we may continue on our way once more. Now it hath been years in the making. At long last do the people stand united in defiance of the world's fate, their hopes spurring us ever onward towards journey's end. Whatsoever may await us, when thou takest those final steps, I pray that it shall be with a smile upon thy face. Uranger, can you just speak plainly?
No. No, he can't.
That'd be boring.
The view from above. But prematurely do I give myself to sentimental musings. Many more pressing concerns demand our attention, not the least of which is the matter of how we might reach the mountain, detached from the land that, as it is. For the present, 'twould appear we have matters here well in hand. Perhaps thou shouldst take thine ease for a time. Thou wilt need every ounce of thy strength for the trials ahead. Alright, so just sit here and chill. Got it.
How often is this the mission?
You're tired. Go take a nap. Okay.
Go stand in the corner. But
Oh shit.
stand in the corner.
It's been forever since I've last seen Dean on.
Yeah, I'm doing the Halloween event with all my alts.
Uh,
Because you get a mount. Nani? I have mail.
Would you look at that? The
You've
citizens
got
of Yulmore
mail.
engaging in what can only be described as manual labor. Who would have thought it possible?
Yay. Eh. It's Emmett.
Do you know the most reliable way to deal with those who stubbornly refuse to see reason? You conquer them, crush them under heel. Such was the trusted method of Alec, and one still favored by Garlemald.
Would you like me to cut you down now and conquer you?
But conquest is the easy
Oh my.
part. The true challenge begins once the
That's a
dust
bit
is
kinky
settled,
there, Strife.
quenching the glowing embers of animosity and maintaining a semblance of peace.
Baby, you know it!
Requires the conqueror to treat the conquered with dignity, and the conquered to let bygones be bygones. A difficult feat to achieve. But you have achieved just that, to my considerable surprise. It's a compliment. Take it. Ah, the vibrant energy that fills the air when like-minded souls gather. To think back on that time before time, fair brings a tear to the eye. What? You thought ancient beings like us incapable of crying? Well, rest assured that if your heart can be broken, then so can mine. Back when the world was whole, we had family, friends, loves. Men knew peace and contentment, and with our adamant souls, we could live for an age. There was no conflict born of want or disparity. Our differences paled into insignificance next to all we had in common. And then there was Amarok. Never was a city more magnificent. From the humblest streets to the highest spires, she fairly gleamed. Not that we would remember any of this.
Remember?
Never mind. The point is, the world of old was a far better place than what we have now. I believe you would like it, having witnessed the things you have. Remember, you are of the source. Unlike the half-men here, you stand only to gain. Should you survive the remaining calamities, you will become our equal. A complete existence in a complete world.
Wait.
But such talk is a pleasure for later. Back to work, hero. Ah, there was one thing I had meant to ask. How well do you know the exile? Has he ever deigned to show you what hides beneath the cowl? What? Never? Even to you? How very interesting. I shall enjoy working out what it means. Until next time.
Oh, hey, buddy.
Dearest, I never doubted you for a moment.
It's alive.
Yeah, Oddbot.
I don't know if you remember, but when we first met in this world, I was all but spent. I never thought to wonder why until now. I think it all just got to be too much. guilt of causing the flood. Knowing everyone hated me. But the worst thing was the solitude. It wears you down, aye. But solitude eats away at you. It was this close to finishing me off. But as bad as it got, and as empty as I felt, I can't even begin to imagine what it must be like for Emmett Selk. All of which is a long way of saying, don't make a choice that leaves you alone. Nothing is worth that. Especially not eternity.
Glad tidings, my friend. The ladder lives again.
Took you guys long
The
enough.
three of us have been invited to do the honors. Are you up for it? Of course, if you're worried that the whole thing might come crashing down, we can always find someone else. That's the spirit. Come on then.
We rode the ladder too, my comrades and I. Once upon a time. Watched the horizon grow, and the town shrink below us. Awed and terrified in equal measure. We ascended without a word, the silence broken only by the rhythm of the gears. No one but me remembers that day. Remembers our journey
and away.
and our end. We tread the path. Seek the end.
Okay. And here we are. At top rung. The others should arrive ere long. After Strife, come up here. There's something I need you to see. What could this be about? I know. There's a village strife over to the northeast. So there is, yet after 2 decades without the latter in operation, I would not be surprised if such an isolated settlement had long since been abandoned. Nor I, but that was before I made someone leave it and proceed to head in our direction, all the while trying to remain unseen. Whoever this mysterious person is, they should still be out there. Go on and take a look, Strife. And... Hi! Run! Located the mysterious person, however, it seems he has likewise spotted you and hurriedly turned back to his village. There's someone, right? And they were spying on us. Personally, I don't feel comfortable not knowing who they are. What do you say we investigate? I'm curious too, I must admit, and I dare say we have a bit of time ere the others ascend. It's settled then. Let us head to the village and see if it's indeed inhabited.
Damn it. Guy shall green instead.
Worth it! Aha! Aether current. It was literally less than 100 yalms away from us, or moms, whatever, so it's just like, okay.
Fair enough.
Is there another close one by chance? 458 yalms to the east, so that would be a no. Well, we're gonna be heading roughly in that direction, so...
That direction, so we'll probably come across it. Yet there's a part of me that wants to rush up north and grab that etherite.
Oh, and Tamra?
There's also a part of me that wants to shoot the crap out of that defective Talos because it actually is on my list.
Why not?
Need to kill one more. Apparently I didn't toss away the old one. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Those the types of enemies I think they are?
They look like bombs.
Oh my god. Those look like enemies out of Dragon Quest. Bomb rocks. They look like fucking bomb rocks.
They look like FF versions of Geodude.
Kinda. I bet these dudes explode.
Fuck right off! I'm only here to get this fucking Aetherite.
And hopefully find another defective Talos somewhere around here.
Oh. It's Dwarf Village.
Mm-hmm. I was wondering when we'd finally run into more of them. And just cuz, I'm gonna go ahead and grab this.
See if we can find a defective Talos along the way.
Yep.
Not gonna lie, as much as I like this music, I kind of miss the lower level of Kholusia's music.
Yeah. Plus, I'm not sure that this is going to be the standard music up here. There's one in the distance.
Pretty.
Well, there's a lot in the distance.
Oh, there's quite a few over here. Not sure I'm particularly happy about being hit with something called mechanical club.
Let's see. $163 to the north? Why not? 163 to the north for another Aether current.
It's probably up top there.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Northeast.
Yeah, it's up top. I can see it.
Yay! That's one less Aether current to find.
393 to the south now.
392 to the south.
I already have a theory on where it is. Oh look, more, not sure if they're iguanas or basilisks.
Upland iguana.
Iguanas. Have a similar sprite between them, I guess.
There it is.
Ow. Damn it. Overshot. $719 to the east. Be heading there, surely.
Let's go.
Alright.
It's extra EXP for map completion too, so.
Yeah, might as well take advantage of it.
Yeah!
It tongued you.
Yes, it did.
Part of me wants to sit there and feel moderately creeped out the fact that it drug a car with its tongue.
Very strong tongue. Or an extremely light car.
Well, it is capable of flight.
Oh crap, I haven't been in Dean's room in forever. Wait,
Oh.
does Dean have a room?
Boiled Owl Bridge.
Iron beard. Why does it look like a frog?
How does it mean it's not a room?
Dean doesn't have a room or does have a room?
He doesn't have a room.
You never run him, so you wouldn't have been able to afford a room, would you?
I have 150k in me. That
More
is
than
almost
expected.
I know, right? And he's almost level. What level is he? He's almost level 47. 46, can't tell. 47.
Let's try this from another angle.
I hate these ones. Because based on what I'm seeing, you gotta drop down onto it.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much stuff in the housing inventory. I have to make a room for it.
I'm defying gravity!
Yes, you are.
What?
375 to the north.
That's... Okay. I'm sure we'll probably be heading that direction at some point, but not now.
Agreed.
Oh yeah, this is how I decorated the place. I changed it up a little bit.
Yeah, after Azale lost his house.
Yeah, I started changing and adding a few things in here.
Why do you always take the back seat?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's a
Have
backseat driver.
She's a what?
A backseat driver.
Time for a gear shift.
It's just
Hey-o.
always the one I end up clicking.
So dark in this house. Need to add stuff.
Part of me sits there and, like, part of me wants to sit there and say, how funny would that be if fucking whoever they targeted yanked you out of the car? Just watch Sandra get fucking yanked from the car by a tongue.
Like GTA.
Oh god.
Version.
I'll admit that'd be funny, but it would make double mats really annoying.
I would have to finish. I must have finished it.
Wait, what's this about finishing?
I remember I was in the middle of finishing up decorating the Azure.
Oh,
Heyo.
What was that? I can't see. Me like it.
Half empty cup. Alpha, no!
No, Alpha, no.
What news, Strife? Were you able to find anything of note? Aether currents?
Honey.
Indeed. Well, there's no one to be seen. 'Tis plain that this village is anything but abandoned. If the villagers are trying to conceal themselves, they are doing a rather poor job of it. But if they don't wish to be seen, what are we to do? I say, aren't you the ones who saved my life?
He's so pretty.
You're Tristal, the artist from Ilmore. You remembered. Ever since we parted ways, I've worried for you, bound for the cities you were in. Never did I imagine that we would meet again, and here of all places. We could say the very same thing to you, my friend. I'm glad to see you hale and whole. But tell me, what is this village? This is Imidi, a settlement made up of those who survived being exiled from Ilmore. As I wandered the wilds, I chanced to cross paths with an inhabitant of these parts. He took me through a secret tunnel which led to the top of a bright cliff. I've been here ever since. Life is hard, but we know a semblance of peace. Well, we did at any rate, until Mount Gug broke away from the earth, and just as suddenly the ladder started moving again. Ah, you feared whoever was coming up would threaten your lives. Aye, but I see now there's no cause for concern. Will you tell me what has brought you here? So Vothri is a sin-eater, and he's fled to Mount Gog. 'Tis a strange tale, but I have no reason to doubt your words. I owe you my life. If there's anything I can do to help, you need but say the word. Your help would be most welcome, Tristal. To begin with, we request your people's permission to reconnoiter the area. If we are to confront Vothri, we must find a way to reach Mount Gog. Of course, you hardly need our permission to be here. I'll tell the others about you and yours. Now, we haven't much to offer in the way of hospitality, but our village is at your disposal. Please use it as you see fit in your quest. Woo! I think that's the quest I needed to do to be able to do my healer role quest.
Probably.
In Mount Gulg Shadow. And of course there's fucking side quests. Urgh! Yet another hapless soul that Alphanos saved from mortal danger, I see. Some things never change. At any rate, it seems that brother has a mind to linger. Meanwhile, I have a mind for us to explore. Strife and I are going to scout out the area. We'll be back in a while. Oh, very well, then just take care out there. Thankfully, not a lot of side quests. For now.
Yet.
The path diverges. Let's split it so we can cover more ground. I'll go east if you would be so kind as to head west. We can aim to meet at the foot of the mountain, taking note of what we see along the way. In a short while, then.
I hope you don't literally mean taking note. You got enough of that on the fetch quests. Math.
Fuck off, I don't rightly care right now. Get drilled.
What was that about, Sev?
To get drilled.
Wasn't sure what kind of a reaction I was hearing.
Wouldn't you like to know?
Hey, Rayn, can I borrow some gil and get a room for Dean? I said, could I borrow some gil to get a room for Dean?
Sure.
Yay! I get to decorate! Damn it. Can't decorate. I have to become a second lieutenant. Where is he at?
Is it just me, or does that look like a pile of lumber?
So that's what it is. Interesting.
Oh, it sticks!
Okay. It's one of those types. That's pretty interesting. Not encountered many of those, and oh boy. It's no probe.
Nope rope? Oh yeah, it is Nope Rope. A red version of Nope Rope.
Huracan.
Nope.
Yeah,
Nope, nope,
that's
nope,
where
nope,
that's where it gets its name.
nope. Nope Rope.
Nope.
All the nope.
You're a sight for sore eyes. I don't know about you, but I bumped into quite a few sin eaters out there. You too, then. It seems the closer we get to Mount Gulg, the more of them there are. Looks a lot bigger from here.
Sorry, considering where my mind just was, that comment was just so out there.
The first thing I'd do is surround myself with as many sin eaters as I could lay my hands on. And judging by the number we've already faced, his lordship is of the same mind. This is going to be a tough climb. But first things first. We need to determine if climbing is even an option. The more I look, the less likely it seems. Y'shtola is right to be worried. But flying may be our only choice after all.
Alright.
The fuck?
There you are.
Money.
Master Alphino was afeard you had met with some misfortune.
Urianger. And you too, Exarch. What brings you here?
I wish to observe the final struggle with my own eyes. I arrived at Bottom Rung too late to accompany you, but I was in time to join Urianger and the others. Come, let us see how this unfolds.
It seems flying is off the table.
If we have learned that much, then the Machina have served their purpose.
Ah, so that's what they were for. Wasteful, but effective.
It would seem our foe will not be reached by land or air. We must needs withdraw to consider another course. Master Alphino waiteth for us atop rung. Thither should we make our way.
Well, alright then.
Just the entire idea of someone flying around on a T-Rex just bugs me.
Right?
It's a flying T-Rex.
Goodbye, Nope Rope.
The Nope Rope's equal twin.
Nope Rope 2.0.
Oh yes.
I knew thee well, Nope Rope.
I knew it all too well.
Square Enix decided to take Seb's worst fear and my favorite saying probably in the whole wide world to put them together. Seb's Nope Rope was met with a boost!
Oh god.
Yes, I went there, fuck off.
Oh, I have to see this. Oh, I have to see this.
Honey?
It's Valak on a fat cat.
That is a horrifying image in my head.
It feels like the cat moves much slower.
Horseboard, Horsebird, and...
This cat is definitely struggling for running.
Cat Horse?
That's a funny image.
Cat really looks like it's struggling to run.
Thing.
Because it's definitely making much more of an effort. Its face shows it. Whereas on mine, like, it just runs around perfectly fine.
And just think, if you were running a frickin' Rogadane.
Or Hrothgar. Or cats.
At any rate, it's time to tackle our next little obstacle, finding a way to reach Mount Gold. For this, we may need to put all our heads together.
Oh. Wait, which heads are we talking about?
Jesus.
So tiny.
In short, there's no path, and the sky is thick with Forthry's winged devils.
Consider Amaro. But without extensive training, we cannot hope to contend with the Eaters. Yulmor's airship fleet, meanwhile, consists solely of transport vessels ill-suited for battle. And without the expertise of one such as Sid, we are in no position to attempt to reach it.
All rights are. They feel so slow.
Oh, it's so frustrating! That wretched mountain should jolly well come back down to us!
Blink, blink,
Now,
blink, blink.
dearest, we mustn't
What did you
disturb
just
these
say?
good people at their work.
That man is so whipped.
Ridden the ladder, seen the sights. It's past time we took our leave.
The lady may well have the right of it.
Told you, light bulb on.
Light bulb.
Mount Gulg will not soon come down to Earth, nor can we compel it to do so. But if the mountain will not come to the land, mayhap the land may be made to come to the mountain. In the form of a Talos. A Talos large enough to reach out and take the volcano in its grasp.
build such a golem would be an onerous undertaking indeed. Yet the principle seemeth sound in itself.
Hold a dash. No one has ever made one even half that size. Leaving aside the small matter of logistics, which, by the way, would be no small matter, the design would be unimaginably complex. Though, I suppose, if its only function is to cling to the ruddy mountain, perhaps it needn't be. Solid base, firmly rooted to the ground, sacrifice mobility to simplify the construction, reducing materials required. Wait, what am I thinking? We would still need a veritable army of people to do the work. Left to the crew that helped down below, it would take decades, if not a nice round century.
So we need more hands. And what sort of things would these hands be required to do?
Well, let's see. First, we'd need people to procure the stone for the chassis. The rock found in the mountain would suit our purposes well enough. It'd be a simple task to quarry the stuff, but given the stupendous quantity required, we'd need all the help we can get.
We have friends amongst the miners of Rayn. I will go and petition their aid.
While you do that, I'll make for Mordsuk. I'm sure I'll be able to drum up some support.
Then I shall return to Kholusia. From fishers to carpenters, Yulmore is home to all manner of talented folk. I dare say their skills will avail us.
Is there anything else you need?
Well, yes, actually. Magic. Lots of the stuff, as much as possible. To awaken a talus of this size would require an entire congregation of mages.
Many among the Knights Blessed are gifted in the arcane arts. I will recruit them to our cause.
The Fey folk, too, possess surpassing aptitude in magics. Yet they are not wont to cooperate in the endeavors of men. Leastwise, not without making all manner of mischief.
Oh boy.
That being the case, I would instead call upon the people of the Crystarium. With thy permission, Exarch.
We are at your disposal, as are our Amaro and Chocobos.
I'm sorry. You mean to tell me you can call on not only the people of Yulmore and the Crystarium, but the Knights Blessed, and Maud, and even those miners? But that's just about everyone in Ballynorvrand.
Yeah?
Who are you people? And how did you come to have so many friends?
The artist Alphino and his assistants. Raises his hand. I'm sorry, I could not resist the chance to throw Alphino under the bus.
Forgotten already. Alphino told us that when we first met.
Actually, that may not have been.
That was great.
So, as you can see, you will not want for bodies. I trust you will have your design ready in good time for their arrival. Norvrant is counting on you, heir to Daedalus Stoneworks.
We'll be back as soon as we can, and we'll bring the whole world with us.
What kind of crazy shit are we getting ourselves into?
Right?
How much of this procurement are we going to be partaking in?
There's one group of
I take
people.
it we will be assisting Master Chai.
Oh God.
Though I am quite sure he has everything under control.
He's like, why me? He's like the Sid of that world.
Why?
But less of the enthusiasm.
Have the design ready, she says. In good time, she says. Does she even understand what's involved?
Nope.
But I can even attempt to design before I can even attempt to design anything, I need an intimate knowledge of the land, the knowledge of locals. Last I heard, no one lives here. What? A village of Yomorian exiles? Those people have every reason to loathe a free citizen like me. They couldn't possibly be willing to cooperate. This will never work. Never. I never should have fixed that ruddy lift. Never should have written it up here. Never should have. Never should have. Oh dear.
He's really lacking in the motivation.
Darling appears to have lost the plot. But he has it in him, Strife. He's the cleverest man I know. He just wants for confidence sometimes. If you were to give him some words of encouragement, I'm sure he can give you your Talos. A bit of advice I learned from his mother, who responds poorly to obvious praise. You'll need to find another way to stroke the fires of his motivation. Awaken his sense of daring.
Oh my god, what?
Oh, come on.
What? No. Really?
What?
What the fuck? This is an interesting way to do this. Okay. Oh shit. I did it.
He's burning with motivation. Duty complete.
Power it up.
Yes, yes, by the gods, I can do this. I just need to have a little faith in myself. Right, let's head to Enemy and speak with the villagers. With Tristal. My love, things are liable to become more dangerous. I want you to wait for me back at Ulmor. No, wherever you go, I'm going too. Besides, you're not the only one who has to apologize. But there's no telling what may happen out there. I don't know if I can keep you safe. Perhaps this is a bad idea after all. I don't think I have what it takes. Do I need to stroke your ego some more? Master Kai. That you are beset with doubt is proof that you can envision and that which man can envision, he can make reality. Thus did some old friends of mine once say. Even should it be feet fit for the vine, it is done before, the most later can be done again by our own hands. That's a little idealistic, don't you think? Crypt Keeper! Perhaps. Yeah, I'm bouncing around between classes. It's not easy to go on journeys. Our friends get touched with that countless times they meet with frustration in the course of their journey. None would have found fault with them had they given up, yet they never did. One step after the next, they forged on towards their goals. And for their determination, they accomplished numerous feats that many believe lay beyond the reach of mankind. Like them, you are a man of science. Amidst your doubts, surely there is a spark of desire, the desire to make the impossible possible. Come, darling, like the old days, I would be the first to see your Talos. And you shall be, my dear. I would not have none other at my side when my greatest masterpiece awakens. Right then, to Amity. I'm actually inside the game room of my roommate's house. I'm glad my words struck a chord, shall we?
What's up, Crypt Keeper?
They see me rolling. Vroom, vroom. Yeah, it's a pretty decent get-together. At the very least, it makes it to where the actual room I sleep in isn't too cluttered, even though it's already cluttered. It's astounding how that one works. Ay, 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 okay. Yeah, I just realized my health is over 100k.
Yep.
Wow. Check out the hydraulics, I see. Sorry, Chisel.
You just ran over our quest giver.
Sorry. You. You have every right to be angry with us, but please listen to what I have to say. I am tasked with delivering these people to Mount Gulg by means of a Talos of heretofore unseen proportions. However, I cannot do this without the cooperation of those with intimate knowledge of this land. That is, you and your fellow villagers. Cooperation? After you ignored my desperate pleas and cast me out? You have the gall to come here and ask for my cooperation? You've every right to be upset. Vothri's not the one to blame for your suffering. We are. We were free citizens without a care in the world, indifferent to the hardship of others. We didn't know what would become of you, and frankly, we didn't care. But we now know that what we did to you, to the full many, was wrong. Terribly wrong. No words will suffice to make amends, but I want you to know that we are deeply sorry. I'm not sure how I feel. Should I forgive you? Hate you? Perhaps it's not even my place to judge, after all. I sought a place in your city. I wanted to be you once. But one thing is clear to me. All of that is in the past, and we mustn't let past wrongs stand in the way of a brighter future. And so, I will cooperate with you. Please see our friends to Mount Gulg. You have my word. I'll set to work on the design at once. Wouldn't do to have nothing to show to the others when they return to help. Make no mistake, this venture is unprecedented in the history of Talos building, nay, the history of all mankind, but rest assured, this genius of Daedalus Stoneworks will deliver. Yay! You're starting to become the Cid of the First.
Yep.
Wicked White. Is there a problem? Well, I've been promising people to procure the stone as well as imbue magic. When I was put on the spot earlier, I thought that was all we required. But I forgot about one other rather important item to bring a Talos to life. The heart. That's right, the heart. I'm pleased to see you have some familiarity with the Talos. So while I work on the design, I'd be much obliged if you could see in procuring the ore with to fashion a heart. A heart suitable, bringing a life of the Talos that shall embrace the very firmament. Ivy!
I knew this was coming. I'll deal with this for now. It's so gaudy.
Meet the Thalls. If you seek material for Talos' heart, I know people who may be to assist. They are the Thalls, a dwarven family that have long mined this land. No one knows its bounty as well as they. Yeah. Well, not all of them. I have 4 of them that are higher. If you explain your situation, I'm sure they would be willing to cooperate indeed. It was one of them that showed me the secret tunnel to the top of the cliff. You will find the Thalls at their village to the northwest, a place called Tomra. When you arrive, seek an audience with Chief Zama, and do not forget to greet him with a hearty lolly-ho! Permit me to join you, Strife. I would keep my joints limber, and mayhap I can provide some manner of assistance. I'll leave the heart to the 2 of you, then. The variety of ore doesn't matter, so long as it's rich with aether. I'll aim to have my design completed by your return. Woo! See you later, boy! And not all of them are... Yeah, I was trying to level them all at the same time, but then it just became kind of like a painstaking thing to do. So I just chose the tank, melee, healer, and ranged. So this way I could do, at least keep up with the role quests. Oh, I have a very bad habit of only keeping 10k on me at any point in time.
I keep 20k.
So, okay, so we're about an hour and 15 in. I'm going to use this opportunity to take a quick break and go to the bathroom, and then we'll jump into this. So, this way if Mike or Rayn wants to do anything for glamour, he can, so.
I probably should.
way I guess that'll look. Looks really cool now.
Okay, back.
Welcome back.
So, I don't know how well this is gonna go, but I did some research and actually found out that the next dungeon / trial is at level 79 according to this list I saw. So, alright. So let's see what goes on here. So this is Tamra.
I ended up going through the cutscene.
Well, seldom do we see the dwarven folk at the Crystarium. To now be in the presence of so many, I shall not enjoy this. Lolly ho! What did you just call me? Come on, Exarch, do it. Ah, rousing greeting. You've clearly been practicing. Anyway, now that we've observed common courtesy, who are you and what are you doing here? At the recommendation of the denizens of Amity, we came here to seek the aid of the Thal family. May we speak to Chief Zamat? Why, yes, you may. I am Zamat, and I bid you welcome to Tamra. If it's the folks at Amity who sent you here, you must have quite a tale to tell. Come, let's hear it. Well, well, and here and there I thought those below had no fight left in them. Having said that, it's not like we know how to deal with a floating volcano and all of them sin eaters neither. If you're serious about restoring peace to these parts, though, we'll gladly lend you a hand. However, the kind of ore you seek's precious to us, too. If I let you have it, only for you to bungle things up and squander it, like no amount of ale will wash away my charging. First, I need to make sure you're worthy, by all means, of a trial. Aye, a trial most tricksy, passed down through the line of Thal. And what is this trial? Come with me and I'll tell you all.
Oh yeah, apparently there's a house in that town that only Lalafels can get in. Like if your character was a Lalafell, you can get in there, but no other race can.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Listen well. As you know, we're a mining folk, and in the mining life, danger is a constant companion. So, when we come of age, each of us must prove our readiness to take to the mines. This we do by undertaking a trial which tests the 3 traits a good miners cannot do without: discernment, diligence, and dexterity. We call it 3D Mine Runner. Now, look at my helm. Mark its features well. You'll begin with a slingshot, which you must use to shoot dwarves as wear helms what are different. I've already made the necessary arrangements. When you're ready to take the trial, report to the observer nearby. Best of luck to you. Oh, you must be the challenger the chief mentioned. I'll show you to the rooftop at once. As I'm sure you've been told, in 3D Mine Runner, use a slingshot to shoot them as as wear the wrong helm. Let's begin with a spot of practice, eh? Search for the dwarf wearing the wrong type of helm. You may move the camera as well and zoom in and out.
Oh, this music.
Nice shooting. Keep it up in the actual trial, huh? Alright, that's the way. Next time, it's the trial for true. Let me know when you're ready. Ready for a trial? Right this way then. This time, they'll be them as wear right helm. Shoot them, you fail. So look carefully before you let that stone fly. Oy vey.
Hey, you get to shoot Lalafels at me, come on.
If only I were Ramek right now. Or Alicia for that matter.
Well
I like how
done.
you hit him in the face with a stone. They're just like, yay, you hit me in the face.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well done, well done. The
All
trial never
goes for
lies.
this.
You've got what it takes to be a miner.
Only
Run right back to the
all
chief
goes
now
for
and get
this.
on with putting in at all the straightness of late.
Prepared for their fate. This
That was
comedy.
impressive shooting, lad. Consider me satisfied. Alright, just plain you didn't come this far with luck alone, so I'll place my faith in you and help you find the ore you seek.
Shooting your people in the face with a slingshot was all you needed to get for me to get your cooperation.
Yep.
Did you know that Kholusia is rich in sulfur? Well, it is. We've been mining the stuff since ancient times. And every so often, the self-same veins yield what's called Earthseed, a rare ore steeped in magic. Time was we used to refine Earthseed for this and that, but the technique's been lost. Stuff's still out there to be had, though, provided you know where to look. No place surer than Durgan's Twirl. Or Durgar's Twirl. Problem is, the site's occupied by our age-old rivals, the Gogs. Greedy sods claim their place is theirs and refuse to let any other bugger near. Oh, there was never more an odious lot than them Gogs. I could go on forever about those hornless whoresons, but then we'd be here forever and that won't get us nowhere. What boils down to it is this: if you want the Earthseed, you need to deal with the Gogs. Reckon you're up to the challenge? We have dealt with far worse. I'm sure we can find a way to obtain what we need. That's the spirit. Now, to help you find your way, I'll have one of ours go with you. I'll do it. I'll go with them. You, Corrit? Couldn't help overhear it. I knew the Eaters had flocked to Mount Gug, but I didn't know why. To think the last Light Warden's hiding up there. The fate of Kholusia. No, the world hangs in the balance. If I can be of some help, then I want to do my part. Your zeal is commendable, lad, but it isn't so simple. This here is Kura. Young as he is, he's one of the village's finest miners. The lad's got an uncanny sense of where to dig, and his aim with a pickaxe is as true as any dwarf's. But put him in the thick of battle, and he couldn't hit the side of a minecart if he was sitting in it. If all he needed was to dig, he'd be your joy, but he's liable to become a Sin Eater's breakfast before he can manage a swing. It's true. I'm hopeless in a fight. But I still want to try. Please, please let me go with you. I take care of you, you take care of the ore. Oh, thank you so much. I'll try my best not to be a burden. If you want to take her, far be it for me to stop you. Keep him safe though, will you? We'll most assuredly encounter Sin Eaters along the way.
Oh, an instance.
Though, with you in our company, there will be more of a spectacle than a concern.
It's more of a spectacle.
I'm not entirely sure I should be feeling complimented by that.
He likes watching your skills.
The
Yes,
Jurger's Trail lies a cave to the east. I'm ready when you are. Oh boy, here we go.
Oh, God. I hate escort missions.
But they love you.
At least I don't have to coax him.
Alright, the whole becking thing is so annoying.
I hated that.
So glad they got rid of that.
Bye-bye. Amazing, you two are really strong.
I love the Crystal Axe arc.
Begone, demon!
Demon!
I have just sits there and twitches.
Strafe is a team unto himself. I merely follow his lead.
But so is Crystal Axe arc. He's able to take on whatever class, just like us. He's undermining his own skills.
Few days. Glad I got your attention, boys. Goodbye.
Go away, bird. I don't love you.
Forgiven flattery, huh?
Oh, sweet.
Bye-bye. Bring it on, bitches! Madare. Bye-bye. Thank you, do not come again. I did not see a duty complete, so there's gotta be more to this, I imagine. Of course. Just as we're about to get there.
Excuse me.
One last push, then, shall we, Strife? Of course. One spectacle coming up. Ooh. Whee! Come on, just go down already.
It does take a bit.
Bye-bye. And he's down. We're alive! We're alive! Let's hurry inside before any more sin eaters come out. Right, follow me please. I'll take you to Duergar's 12, where the purest sulfur in the land may be found. Ether current! 2 more from the field. Next closest one is 1,611 yams to the southwest. Talk about going out there.
Yeah, no kidding.
By the way, what instance did you end up in?
I'm not sure.
If the terrain and stench are an indication, we're at the tool. Ah, there. The Gogs, with their ugly, unkempt beards. They realized we're here, they'll come after us. Best to take them down first. Be not so hasty, Kuro. The animosity between your 2 clans notwithstanding, I would not resort to violence unless necessary. I'll use an enchantment to render you invisible. It will not fool sin eaters, but it should suffice to hide you from the eyes of men. While you are thus concealed, do you think you could find us the Earth Seed?
I'm in 2.
Aye. I'll dig up the choicest stuff there is. I'm in 1. We wouldn't be much obliged. Without further ado, then. I can see straight through me. Right, a digging we go. Let us not be idle either. Though Kuro cannot be seen, he may still be heard. I would aid him by removing some few Gogs from the field. To that end, Dream Powder. As you may recall, we used it for the rescue mission at Laxid Loft. Truly, it seems our alchemist got a little carried away with the latest batch. But if there has been useful in our endeavors, then I have no cause to complain. Now then, I shall make you invisible as well, that you might steal close to the dwarves and give them a dose of dream powder. Even should it fail to put them to sleep outright, it should render them drowsy enough to seek their beds. Say the word and I will cast the enchantment. Here we go, it's this crap again. Yes, sleep, my dwarven children, sleep!
That doesn't sound creepy at all.
Yes, I know, right?
I mean... you had to emphasize that they're children in your eyes.
All the dwarves have taken and leave. Good work, my friend. We have done all that we can. Let us wait Kuru's return. I'm back. This is the purest stuff there is. Think it's enough, or shall I go and dig up some more? I dare say it will suffice for our purposes. You have our gratitude, Kuro. Let us carry this back to... Are you alright? Worry not, I shall be fine. As long as I have been away from the Crystarium, a little weakness is to be expected. I may have overexerted myself in the moment, to have this rare opportunity yet to be unable to enjoy it to the full. Who goes there? Crap! That's Clag, chief of the the Gogs. You're one of the Thals. I see. Word was our miners were coming back drowsy one after the next. I immediately suspected foul play. And what should I find here but Thal scum sulking about? It's a spineless act befitting your limp beards. What? I won't stand for that insult. Our beards are soft and luscious and smell like freshly tapped ale. Gog beards are dry and crusty and smell like a knocker's arse. Impudent whelp, better a hobgoblin's nose hairs than feeble floppy things you Thals have hanging from your faces. Grrr, battle of the beards. Like oil and water, this is not like to end of its own accord. Strife, do you perchance have some dream powder left? But this was beginning to get interesting. Enough to put an end to this. Then let's put it to use and be on our way. Something tells me we've not seen the last of their bickering. What the swiven? Face down, ass up. Forgive me, Kara, but we need you to be calm as well. I'm sorry, it's just when it comes to the gobs, I can't help but see red.
Honestly, Sev, that just makes me think of
You need to
Camus.
apologize, my friend. You are here on our account. We have naught but gratitude for you. Now that we have what we came for, however, it is time to take our leave. The talus awaits its heart.
That poor Lalafell never saw it coming.
Rich veins of hope. Well, my friend, much as I enjoyed our time together, I think it's best we split up, that we might accomplish our task more swiftly. I shall see the Earthseed safely into the hands of Chai News. While I am thus employed, would you be so good as to deliver Korra back to Tomra? My thanks, Strife. Brief though as it was, 'twas an honor to go adventuring with you. I shall see you back in Amity.
I really don't mind the dwarves, they're pretty funny.
Indeed.
There's a Sandra.
There's a Strife.
Holly ho, glad you're back in one piece. How did you fare with the Earthseed then? I got them all they needed. The Exarch's on his way to Amity with it now. Good to hear that young Kurt was a help. As it happens, a few others came forward while you were gone saying they wanted to do their bit as well. Given that you're building Talus, we reckon you'll be needing some mining tools, so we went and modified our spare pickaxes for use by bigger folk. Here, take these with you. Should be plenty to go around. From what our scouts tell me, there's a crowd gathered at the top rung already. Go and see that everyone has a pickaxe to swing, eh? Oh, the side quests.
So many.
And still gotta figure out how far away we are with 1,237 yawns to the south.
That's a considerable distance.
Look at all those side quests.
So many side quests.
Stop it! Don't play on my psyche like that. Or I shall feed you to the nope rope. will feed you, Severin, to the No Probe 2.0.
No. I got fed many times to his brother. I'm good.
That is true. You were kind of his bitch a lot.
Mm-hmm. He liked to throw me off the edge, and then everyone would have to jump so we can restart the freaking raid.
Mm-hmm.
It's pain.
Pain without lube.
Oh, I knew you were gonna do that. Even with the parody aspect of it, I knew you were gonna say that.
Whee!
We really are Wonder Twins, aren't we?
Hi ho, Wonder Twinning we go.
Lolly ho, bitch.
Nani.
Look, Strife, people from all over come to help us quarry stone. And this isn't even all of them. As this week, the volunteers Thancred and Reen recruited are being escorted to the worksite, and by both Crystarium and Ulmoran soldiers, no less. So as you can see, we have plenty of hands. There's just one problem. We don't have enough tools to put in them. We've been desperately trying to round up more, but we haven't had much luck so far.
Oh, I just so happen to have a bunch.
Pickaxes from the dwarves? Trust you to have exactly what we need, exactly when we need it. Well, what are you waiting for? Go hand them out to everyone so they can get to work. Ding. Pickaxes, loads of them. Now we can work to our heart's content. Yeah. Well, I don't have many talents. I do have a strong back, and what strength I have, I'll gladly use for the sake of peace. We've got the ladder moving again, didn't we? If we join hands, there's no talus we can't build. I still haven't repaid you an Alphino for saving me, and I'm not sure I ever could. But that ain't gonna stop me from trying. I'm with you to the end. Come on, you lot. Look lively. We've come to Strife. In case you're wondering, Guthand is here too. Couldn't wait to start breaking rocks, though, so he's gone on ahead. He could have at least left us a spare set of tools. Ah, wonderful. Now we can be about it too. Quarrying isn't exactly me stock and trade, but this time it feels as though my wife will be with me, guiding my hand. So let's make it happen. Let's build a world where everyone can live without fear, where everyone has a place they can go home to. Right then, let's be on our way. What are you still doing here, Thaf? I thought I brought you your own tools. I did, and I was just about to head off when I saw Jerk. Oh gods, if this plan works and the giant talus comes to life. Just imagine the size of the trolley it could push. Imagine it! Are you still raving on about that? How many times do I have to tell you? That's not what this talus is for. What the hell's would the tracks even go? There's bound to be somewhere. You just need a little imagination. Seeing as how the stoneworks is involved, maybe we could have a trolley added to the design. Enough! We're going to work, and if I hear any more about trolleys from you, I'll have you pushing one yourself. Long time no see, traveler. Are you waiting to be issued a pickaxe too? I'm doing the issuing, bitch. Citric! Father Satan! He wants you to ride his trolley. Oh, you clearly weren't. Now neither are we. Rest assured, we'll put them to good use. Of course, one cannot work on an empty stomach, which is why I brought some tasty worms to share! Oh god. As much as we all would enjoy a treat, perhaps the worms are best saved for afterwards? Hashtag muffin love! Greetings, Strife. You may not remember me, but I'm one of the carers from the inn at Journey's Head. After night return to Almarang, we noticed a change in our patients. The transformation had halted in every one of them. I can't express what it did to the mood of the place. We're still celebrating days later when who should come along but Alizé. She said that she sought to aid those who believed in the Warrior of Darkness. We all answered her call right there and then. Of course, some few carers had to remain behind, but as many of us came as we could. I too have great respect for the Warrior of Darkness. When we meet, I'll be sure to treat them to a nice plump worm. Why thanks, Strife. With that, everyone is now equipped to work. I think I'll go and join the soldiers standing guard over the volunteers. It would be a shame if they fell prey to Sin Eaters after all the trouble we've gone to. Right, let us see that this plan is a resounding success, for the sake of all in Norvant. Or Norvrond. Yay! That none shall ever again. Well, my friend, it appears we are the only ones left here. Do you not see Sandra? You blind bastard! If you have no other pressing task, would you care to accompany me to Amity? There, your soul is overseeing those who will imbue Talos with magics. Come, let us join them at once. You blind bastard! You need glasses, bitch! How are you this evening, Father Satan?
Still smarting from the drilling by chance?
So many side quests. No! My OCD is like totally like enraged.
You have inflamed OCD?
Yes, my OCD is inflamed.
You should get that checked.
Oy vey. I'm doing alright, just running a rerun stream of my old RE1 playthrough while watching you. Nice! I actually need to go back and watch your RE1 playthrough just to see how far you got and how it went. Good of you to join us. I'm pleased to say we have gathered ample help for the imbuing. With Master Kai in the process of finalizing his design, I have taken the liberty of dispatching all hands to their positions. You heard all along as though I have my house in order, but quite frankly, this is the most disorganized mess of a project I've ever overseen, and I haven't spent nearly as much time as I would like on my calculations. So thou hast proclaimed loudly and frequently, Master Kai. Yet from my perspective, layman's though it may be, haste notwithstanding, thou hast gone to great lengths abiding by proven methodology to ensure the integrity of thy design. Ouch, that hurt my tongue. Aye, well, that's just the bare minimum that's expected of us at the Stoneworks. Though our glory days are behind us, I've not forgotten our time-honored traditions. But I should mention that the Exarch delivered the ore I asked for. Earthseed, I believe he called it. In that quantity, I believe we can fashion a suitable heart for the Talos. And then everything will be in readiness. Or so I would like to say. Is there a problem? In a Talos of, well, any reasonable size, a single heart will serve to circulate aether throughout the chassis, but given the unprecedented proportions of that which we seek to build, I doubt that will be the case. By installing smaller peripheral hearts at intervals, I believe we can maintain a stable aether flow, thereby solving the problem. However, we don't have enough ore for this purpose. Not for it, but to procure more, I suppose. Renar, mayhap now is a good time to bring them out? A moment, friends. There's something I would show you. I say, are these not heartstones? They are, the most prized possession of we of the Knights Blessed, and these belong to our kindred who have left us. Immersed in water imbued with fervent prayer, these stones harbor no small amount of magic, and we may imbue them with yet more prior to their installation on the Talos. What do you think? Being from a different region, these cannot be used for the main heart. The peripheral ones, on the other hand, I believe they will serve. Excellent. When Master Matoya spoke to us of the role we are to play, the Heartstones immediately came to mind. Of course, before bringing them with me, I made certain to consult my fellows first. After all, the stones bear the precious lives of those who have gone to the Sunless Sea. But we have now beheld the Sunless Sea with our very own eyes, and by the gentle lights that glimmer on high, we know there is peace beyond. Thus are we also at peace. If our Heartstones may serve to restore night to all the world, gladly do we give them. And then it just goes off camera while an unzipping noise. Oh, Master Kai, if you can construct us how? And Strife. For good luck, may I ask that you imbue one as well? Are you just trying to get me to pour some of this pent-up light I have inside me?
Totally.
Rest assured, it is not difficult. Simply raise your hand and focus as you would when attuning to an aetheryte. Imbue the jade-colored stone here, if you would be so kind. Bring them out, Zip! What marvelous stones you have, Runar!
God damn it, Strife!
That will do. Thank you, Strife. If the Heartstone appears familiar, it's because it belonged to Tadla. It bears the collective hope of the Knight's blessing, the hope that none shall ever be sacrificed to Sin Eaters. Right, I've identified the spots in the Talos where the stones are needed. See that they are applied, amply imbued, and then install them as I've indicated on this diagram. Understood. We will set about the task at once. When the Talos awakens and the wind of Mount Gug is secured, we shall sally forth. It promises to be a trying climb, so take what rest you can in the meantime. We will see you soon. Do 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 do. A moment, Urianger. You said that you would have measures ready in the event that our friend fails to contain the light, do you? Be assured that I do. All which I require lieth in this land. So, what's the plan, actually? To my deepest regret, I cannot reveal the plan to thee. In order for it to succeed, 'tis vital that thou remainest ignorant of its nature until the time is right. Yet thou I may thus keep my counsel. Know that I have only thy safety at heart. So rest easy, my friend, and take such ease as thou mayest, the better to be ready for the trials to come. I'm told the rocker for the chassis is more or less ready, all quarried and shaped and laid out. That just leaves the imbuers to do their work. I'll continue checking my calculations up until the very last moment, but it's only a matter of time now. We managed to rally nigh everyone in Norvrond for this endeavor. That's a remarkable feat in and of itself. But will it be enough? There's no point worrying about such things now. I'll get back to my calculations. You, meanwhile, should go and rest as your friend suggested. My wife and the exarch should be in the tavern. Why don't you join them? Oh, and Strife? Thank you. Did you ever go to your in-room and rewatch the earlier cutscene where your Stola was telling you to take it easy so you could choose the yes mom response? I haven't yet, but now that you've reminded me of it, that may be a suitable thing to check out here in the very, very near future. The Exarch? He went outside a moment ago, my dear. I would have thought you'd have seen him. Do it! It's seriously worth it! He kept me company for a short while, but then he came over rather pale. He's clearly been straining himself, the poor thing. Anyway, he excused himself, saying that he needed a breath of fresh air. Weak as he looked, I did offer to go with him, but he assured me he would be fine. I do hope he's alright. You are giving me a very big area to search. Dude, look at this shit!
It's pretty safe. It's pretty safe to assume where he is, though. I would think. Just based on the layout.
Yes, that's gonna be something I plan on taking care of off stream. Except does not appear to be nearby. No. Hi, Shoebill. Sir does not appear to be anywhere in the vicinity. There's only Shoebill, gazing unflinchingly southward. Well, he was staring straight at us when we were doing our search, so maybe he's staring in the direction that frickin' Exarch is.
That would be the general presumption.
Go figure, the Exarch would choose just the tip to go hide. Just the tip! Oh, Synthric, I finally finished Persona. Oh my god, that game was so worth it. Uh-oh.
That doesn't look good.
$195 later. Hey, dude.
The future is where my destiny awaits. Forgive me, I was lost in a dream. I needed some fresh air and thought to rest for a moment. It would seem I am more fatigued than I realized. Too much time away from the tower, I fear. It drains me, leaves my body frail and weak. Though, in truth, it is debatable whether I can still call this my body. When first I turned my mind towards the salvation of the world, I came to the conclusion that it would take many long years, many more than remain to me. And so I made myself one with the Crystal Tower, that I might live indefinitely. I am but an extension of it now, hence my weakness the farther I travel, and the longer I am away. It has been quite a journey. But thanks to you, the end is in sight. My wish will finally be fulfilled. How goes the construction effort? Then this may be the last moment we have to ourselves for a while. Come, sit with me.
Yeah, why not?
Tell me, when all of this is over, what will you do?
Well, I guess the most obvious choice is settle matters with the Empire.
Ah, yes.
Even should we succeed in forestalling the 8th Umbral Calamity, the specter of war will remain. But to declare your intent with such easy resolve, you truly are a hero's hero, my friend. But whatever it is you decide to do, I have every confidence that you will do well. For you have the strength to forge your own path. You will leave countless lives better than you found them, and the souls you touch will never forget your kindness. Then, in trying times, when you question your worth and your choices, they will raise their voices to remind you of the difference you have made. And thus will your deeds come to affirm your path. Remember this.
What will you do when this is over?
When this is over, indeed. I once told you that there are things we can ill afford to lose. Things, I said.
Point on the doll
Though
where
in
Stripe
truth,
touched your soul.
I spoke of a person. One who is unaware of the full extent of my plans. Though he deserves to know, I have good reason to keep my counsel.
Well played, Father Satan, well played.
I have come to terms with this in my mind, yet my heart yearns to lay everything bare. For he is my inspiration, and I would give much and more for the chance to speak with him as friends, with no thought of concealment. Should he indulge me with his tales, I would regale him with my own about my efforts in Norvrand, perhaps. Though, ultimately, that tale is more yours than it is mine. Then, I would ask him about his next adventure. And if he should wish me to be a part of it, oh, how happy it would make me. Together we would travel the lands and cross the seas and take to the skies upon the eternal wind. My heart swells simply to imagine it. But all of this is contingent upon our victory in the coming battle. The people of this world have entrusted their hopes to us. We cannot fail them. Nor those who roused me from my slumber. Thank you for your company, my friend. Let us return to Amity.
Point on the doll where Stripe touched your soul. I don't have a doll. I just ran Sandra over, I'm sorry. They see me rolling. How many hearts and souls has Stripe touched? Over 9,000! You know what? That is probably one of the first things you've said about me that I can actually agree with. There's no telling how many. He's a slut after all, just kidding. No, you're right. Look at my fucking player comps, dude. Take that in for a second. I am a slut. I am a calm slut.
He has taken a lot of comms to the face.
Multiples at a time.
Including one time where he got all 7.
Yes, I managed to actually pull out one. Alphascape V3. All 7 player comms in one session. Worry not, my friend.
Side of a party.
I am much revived for the fresh air, and your fine company, of course. Now then, let us return to our thoughts back to the task at hand. Come, Bukaki! And that should probably be the last one. For the 78, I think. So we'll have to wait until next Saturday before we get our next dungeon and trial.
Providing we both actually get around to leveling it.
Well, I don't have Persona on my palette anymore, so it should be easy enough for me to accommodate.
This is true, but Persona is not online.
Your Radiance, I have taken the liberty of quashing the vile rumors that your heir is possessed by a devil. With the nation in the grip of war, we may rely on patriotic zeal to prevent them from resurfacing. And what of Emmett Selk? He has taken himself to the first, to usher that world to its end. Or so I believe. He did not disclose the details of his mission, having ever preferred to work alone. Even to those who have known him since the beginning, his actions can prove unpredictable. I am no stranger to his ways. He joys in playing me for a fool. Full many times have I been convinced I was acting on my own volition, only to discover all was as he willed it. My dear grandfather. On the subject of our esteemed colleague, his last report, though brief, did contain one item of interest. You have doubtless wondered why the Scions of Seventh Dawn have not taken the field of late. Uh-oh, it's because they are no longer in the Source. The hero of the Scions has journeyed to the First, as have his comrades, albeit incompletely. Their bodies yet remain here in the Source. This presents an opportunity. If we can defeat the Alliance prior to the Scions' return, we may eliminate their order at a stroke. And with the Scions gone, none shall remain to thwart our plans. It will be but a matter of striking down the hero upon his homecoming. Which, lest you forget, is essential to the realization of our objective, of both our objectives. Through Heidelin's meddling, her champions threaten to wrest the reins of fate from our grasp. The world is at a risk of being dragged down the false path, one which will never see man reclaim his true form. 'Tis unthinkable that he should supplant us, incomplete as he is. Such a devolution is aberrant and must be stopped before it is too late. Okay, am I getting the impression that that our character is an implied Asian?
That's the sense I'm picking up too.
The hero has come, your Radiance. Order your armies to march once more. Crush all who stand in your way. This is your heart's desire, is it not? To seize a victory that is yours and yours alone, for the future Garlemald? Oh dear, you do not wear the mummers motley well. I was never one to take an interest in tedious conflicts. The whereabouts of my one true friend, however, they interest me greatly. I but hope the beasts of the First are providing him proper sport. I would know every detail, Lord Xenos. Or would you rather I call you Elidibus? Unexpected. Most unexpected. That immortality should be within the reach of one who, with a borrowed echo. You have outdone yourselves, Xenos Hargalvis. I have no particular attachment to that name, but I am rather fond of that body. Without it, I cannot enjoy my hunt to the fullest. Your secrets or my flesh. I don't care what you give me first. The choice is yours. So, Xenos isn't an Ascian. His body's just been possessed by one, and somehow Xenos survived his own suicide attempt and has somehow found himself in another body.
Yep.
Fascinating.
Okay. Well, that's going to conclude Final Fantasy for this week. And yeah, hopefully with Persona being off my table, it should be easy for me to get the 4 classes up that I need to get up. Rayn, I think he's only working 1 or 2 classes, but he's also trying to finish Persona, so hopefully 2 classes will still be something that he can manage to pull off. So, in either regard, that's gonna wrap up for tonight. So, thank you to Father Satan and the other couple people who popped in and said hi and chatted with us. And again, possibly that is probably the best line I think I've heard throughout this entire playthrough so far. Show me on the show me on the doll where strife has touched your soul. and calm Bukaki. One of the powers of the Echo they don't talk much about is the fact it gives us semi-immortality. It's why we just faint instead of die in combat. Xenos got an artificial Echo and kind of got that, but in a spirit form that can possess people. Fair enough. So, okay, so yeah, that'll do for until next week. Hopefully we will still manage to get this all set up proper and done and put together and all that good shit. And until then, I will be back. I don't know what I'm doing just yet for Monday, since Persona is no longer on the table. I don't know what I'll pursue, so maybe just keep an eye out. Maybe I'll just pull something random out of my ass for that. I'll make sure to wipe it off first. Maybe I'll just pull out something random for that. Yeah, we're trying to get finished up. We're not going to be finished up in time because Rayn works on Monday through Friday, and I work weekends, so it's not like our schedules pan out very well. So, yeah, Monday I will figure something out. I don't know, maybe I can bust out near. Either I'm contemplating either I'll bust out near since that's been on hiatus. I could actually focus on a during the day playthrough of Bloodstained, or I just may bust out something completely different because I have been curious to check out Horizon Zero Dawn. But Tuesday, Father Synthric and I will be back with Chapter 3 of Resident Evil. Yeah, it would be good for Spooktober. Yeah, but we'll be for Chapter 3 of Resident Evil 6, where we get our first taste of Resident Evil's identity crisis, and we get our we go Resident Evil Need for Speed edition. So you'll just have to wait and see on that one for Rayn, who's probably like, Nani? Yeah, but to what context? Because there are technically 2 Need for Speed moments. So, anyway, until then, guys, I will see you Monday with whatever I pull out. Father Satan, I shall talk with you on Tuesday for sure. Till then, stay safe, guys. Stay awesome. Be amazing. And if you're gaming right now, and I know you are, remember to game hard or go home, bitches!